Good morning, XRP Future Millionaire here with a special commodities update. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but we're going to be getting back to these in the channel. Basel 3 goes into effect 6 weeks from, I believe, yesterday. So we have to pay attention to the metals market, the physical metals, the commodities, because it's all going to play a role. But with Basel 3 coming into effect in 6 weeks from this week, it's very, very vital, because there's going to be a lot of things that happen in the metals markets, and damn it, this is my passion, and I'm going to be putting more updates on my XRP Future Millionaire page like I used to, because I have a real passion for commodities. But I told you I was going to, go back a little bit until the Basel 3 updates, and we're getting there. We're only 6 weeks out now. And that's going to change the landscape of not only commodities, but metal-backed ISO coins like XRP backed by gold, XLM backed by silver, Doge will be backed by platinum. You've got XDC backed by copper. So what's going to happen to these ones that are backed by precious metals? Is this going to see an effect, and is this how another way we're going to drop down with some of these prices? Because in the commodities market, it's no secret, we're on a downturn here. We've come below the 4-hour time frame very convincingly over the last couple days now. Got rejected twice at the 4-hour time frame, which leads me to believe this is nothing more than a continuation of the downside, which is what I've put on here. In 1683, I'm going to put this on here because that's a very important number here. 1683 is a triple bottom on gold or on the price of gold. If we hold 1683, if we do come down, which I think we're more than likely going to come down here, it's only another 40 bucks. When I had put this out for myself, we had just made this rise, and we were starting to round this top. We're up towards 1880, so it looked like a long shot. I know IQ knows very well about my plans because we talk a lot on Telegram, and we're both in the gold markets, the silver, physicals, commodities, but he's been on top of Fortuna silver mines, wheat and precious metals with me, but mostly Fortuna silver mines. And he's going to be buying in just like I will be re-entering the market. I had to have a stop loss to get me out of it. I'll show you when we get to Fortuna. But this is what we're looking with the price of gold. So if you look at it from the weekly, everything rings that we're probably coming down. I mean, I would love to say we're coming up to 2100, but with Basel 3 taking effect, I really think we're going to come back down another time and hit a third triple bottom here at 1683. We might. The only other option is this short-term moving average down here holds us up in the weekly, and that's at 1742. And that's literally right around the corner. And I don't know why I said gold was like $80 or $40 away. We're like $90 away from my target. $89 at this current moment, not 43. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. But we're at a very critical time. So that's the gold chart. We've also got the US dollar currency index. It's down or up 0.26%. This plays into the price of metals. But this bounced off of the weekly, and this made a very big W on here. So are you going to tell me the US dollar is about to make a pump? I think it could. And that's going to lead to a big dump in the crypto markets, and the price of gold and silver and commodity prices, the price of copper, platinum, crude oil might end up taking a back seat for a second. But you're looking at a chart here on the weekly where it's telling us we might come back up to the 100 percentile, which is absolutely ridiculous. In the daily time frame, we're riding the daily and the short-term moving averages. In the 4-hour time frame, we're being supported by the 200-day. There's no time frame where we're falling under it as of yet. In the longer time frames, when we start getting here, though, like the 1 hour, this is where you get interesting. Once you break the 1 hour, it starts to become a slippery slope. 45 still holding, 30 minutes still holding. So we're very bullish on the US dollar right now, which is very crazy to say, especially since they said that transitory will start in this, or the tapering is going to start in December. But the US dollar looks bullish as fuck, just for the immediate short term, which means crypto is going to go down. If the US dollar is going up, and this has any semblance, and this actually goes up to the 98 percentile, or spot, 98 spot, whatever, or 97 spot you see. If you see 97 spot, it's a very bad thing for crypto. So that's the price of the US dollar index. You've got gold we covered. The crude oil is being supported. And this is another one that in the very near future, I have a feeling that the price of crude oil is going to be upwards of over $100 a barrel. I think we're going to go over $100 a barrel. And I think it's coming quicker than most people think. If you look at this into a monthly time frame, the all-time high of crude oil is up here around 147, 150 bucks. We've got a breakout point here of $107 that I am marking on my calendar that I've been waiting for. We already broke out of this, guys. Okay, we broke out of the 76.80. Now we're back testing, and we could come down to $57. Now, I would like to say that that's going to stay up a little higher based on the moving averages and where that's at. So 59.87 would be a logical retrace if it's going to come back down. I'm not convinced this is going to break that if it does come down there. So watch out with crude oil because that's going up. And then we've got silver. Silver's right on its support. I think it can come down to 21.40, but if it breaks this in the monthly, you've got way down here at 17.64, but that's way out into well, let's not get panicked. We did break through the daily time frame, so that leads me to believe that we could have a big pull down, and this is what I'm talking about with gold too. I mean, could we come down here? I certainly don't know, but it's definitely possible to see something like this get rejected and end up somewhere in here. So watch the price of silver. It's a very critical spot, but if it holds, we can make some real damage here. But we fell through the daily time frame, and that's a very bearish sentiment until we can find some kind of footing. And the next footing looks like it's around 21.40, and you can see it on the weekly time frame with the day and the 200-day. Fortuna silver mines, I've got my eyes on. It came through the weekly, came through the daily. It's looking a little bearish right now, but once this gets its proper footing, because you could even have a pull down, and then eventually it's going to come up here and retest that area. The 4-hour time frame, we got this sideways action. Eventually we're going to come up here as well. But it looks like, Fortuna's got some movement, and we got to see exactly what happens with the price of silver. It looks like, though, that we could be on the start of a reversal candle, which means when you get something like this, you come up and retest your short-term moving average. So let's say we're at, well, that's all the way up at 327. What are we at right now? 324. So let's say from 325, retest the short-term moving average at 361. That's an 11% gain. So we're kind of in a territory here where we could get a failed rally up. But I feel like this is a bearish continuation, and it continued to the downside. But I think we're going to have one dump off, though. We've had this, watch what I mean. We've had this down, sideways. I think we're going to finish off with a head, and then we're going to pull back around, and then it's going to be a massive gain. I just don't know where it's going to be. Can we get down to $1.62? Maybe. Right now, I feel a little more content watching it, and even if it goes up and it gets on top of these, you can find a way to buy back in. But there's a lot to watch out for. I want to release this video. This is a commodities update, but that was just a little look at Fortuna. Went over all the charts. Platinum, if you're interested in platinum, it's exactly the same as what we're talking about with the rest. We've come through the daily time frame pretty convincingly, but I mean, we're almost down to this double bottom here as well at $910, and I own platinum, physical platinum, so I love platinum. I own physical gold, silver, platinum, copper. So that's what we're looking at, platinum, and I would be looking at that double bottom at about, I mean, really that double bottom looks nice. That's what I'd be playing. I'd be looking, see if this can pull down to $908. We're getting close. We're only about $30 away. Or you let it prove itself on its way back up. And then we've got copper. Copper's being supported by the daily time frame, so this is ultra bullish. To me, this is very bullish copper. I'd be looking for an immediate move out of copper if it just holds this daily time frame. You can see the W formed right on the 200-day in the daily time frame. So this is an ultra bullish commodity right here. So if you're looking to trade copper, this is very bullish. Unless you see it break through here, right now it's very bullish. But that doesn't mean we're not going to dump across all these markets. So it's Commodities Update. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new or returning. Join Tom's Army. Consider getting some of the exclusive content. The Telegram that you can talk to all of us, the 70 members so far that have joined in there. And also, you get the special emoji badges. Don't forget to hit that like button.